you're basically going to find these excavation sites all throughout your world. And you can make this new tool called the brush that is going to help you uncover the mysteries of all these dig sites. So you come to one of these ancient structures and you can sort of use the brush to clear away some of the rubble that may have collapsed in those structures. And sometimes you might even find something shiny inside them. But, and this is important, if you are not careful enough, like in real life, you can destroy that artifact. And when that artifact is gone, that artifact and all the secrets it held are gone forever. But if you're careful enough, if you take your time and you're deliberate, you can get some of those hidden artifacts. And for example, here we got a ceramic shard, which is basically how whoever lived here used to tell and pass on their stories.
I love the story sides of the archaeology, because we often talk about that we want to deepen the mystery in Minecraft. And when you find these hidden artifacts, you kind of find like connections and hints. And we will never tell the full story, but these will inspire the players to tell their own stories about their own Minecraft worlds.
Exactly. I think it's going to be really exciting to see what players do with them. For example, here we see an exhibition that someone built for this, where he can compare all the different clues he finds, right, and try to preserve whatever was down here, and he can compare what we found with whatever new thing, and sort of try to connect the pieces, right? And here we see those pieces connected in a clay pot, actually trying to reconstruct them back. And you can create that however you like. You can create your own stories or try to guess how those pieces used to connect.
Yeah. It's also so fun to be very creative with these new pots, because you can put the shards in any way you want.
Exactly, and when you're pleased with your creation, you can fire them up and you have your own painted clay pot.
Pretty. So, Nir, is this programmer art still?
In the brand new CowCraft update coming out in 2021, summer 2021, we were shown a feature that will help us understand the story and the backstory of Minecraft more and even more. This one feature that is just one of the features that I love is the Archeology dig site. If you don't know what the Archeology dig site is, basically, if you go into the Archeology dig site and you go to either sand, gravel, or dirt and use a brush onto the sand, dirt, or gravel, you can either find an ancient relic, so forth as Simic shards, or you could find, this is very OP, diamond blocks or emerald blocks. So here's the thing. You could get diamonds before you even get sticks, before you even get wood. So, I'm going to go into further depth of archaeology and all that, but I just want to know what you think archaeology seems to you in the comments down below. I know Hala's already done this video. I had to read this part because Hala did it. I just wanted to mention Hala doing it. I watched his video. Some parts he was okay at, others he needs to work on. No offense, Halid. So in the video you watched before I started talking, we were shown that the archaeology dig site spawns with a tent, a chest, a bed. In the chest it's got the brushes, which color variants of blue and I think orange. But then you've also got the dig site where you actually do the digging. Maybe there are gonna be variants to the dig sites, I think. A hut where you can keep your shards or your ancient treasures, and I think you had those pots, those clay pots, to put your Simic shards on. I would like to start off with the Simic shards, with the variants of Dragon, Alex with stone sword, Steve I think with stone sword, Skeleton, and a tree with the sun in the corner. So those are the variants for the single charge, and you can obviously put them on pots in any place you want. I don't know if that's going to be actually working, because like you got the whole stuff with Bedrock Edition, you have to use your finger and tap it onto the screen, which is kind of hard sometimes, unless you have the thing like the crosshair. If you have the crosshair, then it's going to be easy. So we also don't know what the pot's going to be used for. Most likely just going to be decoration item, but also it's going to be used for story. You can create your own stories, they said in the video. Like, you can basically create a story of Alex killing the dragon, or Steve getting his first logs, something like that. But what I would like to see was that over time the pots can collect dust, because like old things collect dust, and that's what I want to see, because they can just start filling up with dust they start like getting old, and if you leave them out for a very long time, they're going to start collecting dust, and that's going to be cool. So let's go into depth about the dig sites. In the dig sites, you can expect obsidian, gravel, sand, or dirt, and then you can expect like an ancient structure in that. Dig sites will be found on the overworld. Not sure about the nether. You can most likely probably see it in the nether, because that would actually be cool. But these are variants. They expand from variants to other variants. There's not much shown. What I mean by variants is like what you always see, structures, like variants of structures in the dig site, variants of how the dig site will look. So we know the loot in the dig sites is gonna be expanding from diamonds, emeralds, to the simic shards, and probably most likely flints, string, gunpowder, just all that stuff, to like fishing, because it's like fishing. You'll find rare loot, like mending books you find in fishing, but for this you can find like diamond blocks or emerald blocks. And so, what else you could see in the dig sites is that, of course, obsidian, which is going to be kind of cool, but it's also going to kind of worry me that you can find diamonds before you even get wood. That worries me a lot. This is basically like the whole netherite situation, where you can find netherite before getting wood. Well, it's kind of getting me worried that if we're able to find diamonds before getting wood, then that's gonna ruin the whole game, and it's gonna make speedrunning kind of boring, because like we're getting diamonds before we're getting wood, then we can easily just finish everything because we have protection. But in speedrunning, you'd usually go to nether straight away, like in the first 5 or 7 minutes, because you want to finish the game fast. But in this, you can find diamonds, get a diamond pickaxe, get obsidian because in the dig sites there's obsidian. You get obsidian, you make your portal, or maybe you just find a ruined portal, put your obsidian in, get the flint and steel, done. You're already in the nether with probably full diamonds, which is kind of OP. And two, diamonds supposed to be rare. Diamonds are supposed to be like the second rarest thing, no, third rarest thing, because emerald's the rarest out of all, because emerald ore is the rarest out of all, because you can only find them in mountains. Then it goes netherite, because netherite's really hard to find, and then it goes diamonds. Also in the video, we see that this cracked stone, which made me think, well, maybe these are bits from the stronghold, because if you find those, either you make them or you find them in a stronghold. So it's kind of cool to see that there's some remains of a stronghold, maybe a stronghold or something like that. I would also like to say that I do know that you may have a chance to not get the diamond door, but it's still a topy. So this is the end. I would like to say goodbye. I'm doing more of these videos, so I guess this is goodbye. See ya.